Happy Monday. We are moving through the parable of the Prodigal Son. Such a great story, worthy of our attention. Last week on Monday, I read the whole parable, Luke chapter 15. On Tuesday, I noted how what this young boy did to his family and to his father was so much worse in that culture and context than we feel it today. On Wednesday, we chronicled the fall of the boy. He's wishing that he could eat what the pigs were eating. And I noted how the Pharisees who are hearing this story would love to hear about how far he has fallen. That, they think, is his just desserts. And on Thursday, the last day I did, on Fridays, it's always a campus pastor. If you are as tired of hearing my voice as I am tired of hearing my voice, you would wish the campus pastors did more of these. But I'm losing my place. Last Thursday, we saw the first big surprise. The boy repents. And that's today's theme. He comes home and he meets with his father, who's the God figure, and his father runs after him. And I said, the Pharisees are horrified in 6 different directions. So today our focus is on confession. And I'm reading now from Luke chapter 15, verse 20, starting halfway through. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him. He's watching for him, right? I said the father that's part of this idea that we would pick up for God's love and care and watching for us to turn. And the father was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son said, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son." The boy repents. He confesses his sin. He doesn't dismiss it as boys being boys or just the normal acts of a young man sowing some wild oats. We're not given details on what he did later. His brother will accuse him of spending his money on prostitutes. That seems likely, but that's not stated until he states it. At the very least, he's guilty of selfishness and of breaking the 4th commandment of dishonoring his parents. The suggestion of a wild life in a distant land suggests other sins as well. But he doesn't blame others. He confesses. He doesn't implicate his schooling. He doesn't suggest the problem was the government or his parents. He doesn't blame the Republicans or the Democrats or the mainstream media or Al-Qaeda or CRT or anything else. He doesn't call what happened a mistake. He owns his sin and he takes action. To confess means to call it the same thing, to agree with God that what we're doing is this. God has said it's this, we're agreeing. In this case, we're agreeing with God that it's sin. When we confess, we agree with God that our actions were sin. But he doesn't simply confess, he repents. That means he turns and goes the other direction. He doesn't simply feel sorry for himself. He's not simply sorry that it didn't work out. He's not sorry that he got caught. He goes past that. The boy turns around. So here's the question for this Monday. What might you have to confess and repent about? Have a good day.